I was a junior officer stationed on base with no family left. Alone in the world, a 4-star admiral came in for a briefing. I noticed his ring. It matched my late father's exactly. I confronted him, and he turned pale. "Who is your father?" he asked. I spoke the name, and the admiral began to cry. What he told me next changed everything. What if everything you believed about the worst moment of your life was a lie? What if the person responsible for your deepest pain was standing right in front of you, wearing a piece of your shattered past? That's exactly where I found myself, face to face with a 4-star admiral and my father's ring. His hand trembled when I said my dad's name. This wasn't just an admiral. This was a 4-star, one of the most powerful men in the entire United States Navy, and he stood frozen in front of me, like someone had just punched the air right out of his lungs. His eyes glistened. His jaw locked. His fingers curled around the ring on his hand, like he suddenly wished he hadn't worn it at all. "Please, Lieutenant Commander," he whispered, his voice cracking. And no flag officer ever lets their voice crack in public. Not like that. Not here, not in front of them. "We need to talk now." And in that moment, for the first time in years, something stirred inside my chest. It wasn't hope, not exactly fear, but recognition. Because the second he touched that ring, the exact ring my father died wearing, I knew. Nothing about my life, my grief, or my father's death was what I thought it was. People assume Navy SEALs walk around with unshakable confidence, right? But the truth is, silence weighs heavier on us than fear, especially the kind of silence that settles after loss. I'd lived in that silence for nearly 2 years, ever since the night I got the call. My father's car had gone off the highway. I remember standing in my barracks room afterwards, staring at my reflection, trying to tell myself I was still a SEAL, still an officer, still whole. But grief doesn't care about rank or training. It just creeps in through the cracks. Through the quiet hours between duty and sleep, through empty holidays and those 2 quiet mornings. It had left me feeling so utterly alone in the world. I was a junior officer by rank, yeah, but a 30-year-old woman carrying a lifetime of service and, honestly, far too many ghosts. The morning the admiral arrived, the whole base had this particular stiffness to it. You know the kind. The air practically crackles when top brass is about to step foot on the grounds. Marines at the gate stood a little straighter. Security swept every hallway twice. Even the air conditioning felt louder, like the vents were nervous. I was halfway through my post-deployment physical readiness paperwork when the buzz started. "He's here. He just landed. They're bringing him through the south entrance." A 4-star admiral rarely visits a mid-sized stateside installation like ours. Whatever he was here for, it definitely wasn't routine. I wasn't assigned his briefing, wasn't even supposed to be in the same hallway, but fate, or maybe something much bigger, placed me there at the exact moment he got full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.